Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and welcome to Overwatch Central. So today we're going to go over some news pieces, everything that happened yesterday, because there was a lot of stuff that came out. It kind of seeped on through with people not realizing, because of course we had the anniversary event starting. But there's also the big news that there's going to be Lego Overwatch sets coming, so we're going to take a closer look at that. And some other stuff that will be coming through with this business decision by Blizzard and Overwatch to basically make more merchandise. Just so that everybody's clear and can appreciate it, we actually made the tracer in our thumbnail ourselves, using the online Lego building things, just so you know that it's not official. I didn't want anybody to assume that that was what it would look like, because it will look a lot better, I promise you. Also, real quick, we are going to do another Q&A video this week, so if you do have any questions of your own, do put them in the comments below that you want to ask us about the meta, our lives, that general kind of stuff. We'll be sure to answer them. But first, let's go over everything that happened last night. The anniversary event started, new skins were added into the game. Unfortunately, the event had a lot of leaks. All of the legendary skins, epics, and dance emotes were revealed prior to the event even starting. The one thing that was new that wasn't leaked prior was this Doomfist victory pose. That's it. There's no highlight intros, there's nothing like that, other than of course the sprays and the voice lines. But I think as a player, I'm more excited to see what emotes there are, what victory poses, highlight intros, and of course skins. But all of that was unfortunately revealed, other than this Doomfist pose, which kind of sucks. Petra was added into the game as a deathmatch map too, and I really like it. It's a bit big, it's a bit open, but I really enjoyed it. We went over some Easter eggs and stuff yesterday, which you can check out. Seems like there's going to be a lot of lore stuff happening very, very soon. And of course, competitive deathmatch. It's a fun game mode if you can get over the fact that Brigitte, Moira especially, and Roadhog are going to be ever present and constantly trying to win out the games. It's good practice for aim if you want to play something like McCree and Soldier. That's what I did all of last night. But ultimately, I think once you place, you just stop playing, because the matchmaking is a bit weird. Say, for example, you win or go top 4, you'll get +6. If you place 5th, so you lose, basically, you can lose as many as sort of 20 to 30. Unless you want to tilt yourself off the face of the planet like I did, just stop playing after you place, honestly. But of course, there were balance changes too, which I really want to blast through. Anna, Brigitte, and Hanzo all are changes. Anna, for the better, her projectiles will now pass through allies with full health, so it means that she's not going to try and heal targets that are full health, and her ammo clip has increased from 10 to 14. I'll go for all of the changes because they can be summed up in one sentence. Rally, for Brigitte, the maximum ammo that it can give a player is now down to 100 from 150, and her shield bash cooldown has been increased 1 second from 5 to 6. Storm arrow for Hanzo, the damage has been reduced from 80 to 70. All of these changes can summed up be like good, but we still need more. We need more nerfs for Brigitte and Hanzo, I feel, and more changes and buffs to Anna. But I quite like the approach to slowly increment these in. But Brigitte and Hanzo need something a bit more immediate. Anna, I feel you just want to keep buffing her up, and eventually she will be a viable pick. It's a start, but needs more work. Now, there were a lot of bits of news that actually went below the radar, and some of it have a big amount of impact. A good example of this is that Rialto is now in competitive. That was quick. Took about 2 weeks before it was put into competitive matchmaking. I guess people, including myself, weren't expecting Rialto to come into competitive as quick as it did. Scott Mercer on the Blizzard forums actually addressed this. With today's patch, the 22nd of March patch, we made Rialto available in competitive play instead of waiting until the next competitive season, which would start on July the 1st. In the future, our plan is to make new heroes and maps available in competitive play 2 weeks after the initial release. What does this mean? Well, it means that we're not going to have a Brigitte problem again, with her taking weeks, I think months at that point, to actually get into competitive. But it does raise the question, what is even the point of having seasons anymore if there's nothing new to put into it? No, I like this, I'm not saying that, but it just kind of raises a problem with placements and seasons and all that jazz again. But this is a nice step, I quite like this, and also there is a quality of life issue that people have actually missed out on. See, this is the recent players screen now, and as you can see what people were on your team, what people were on the enemy one. So this is good to report certain people or avoid teammates that you had bad games with, just in case you couldn't remember their name. Those kind of areas, just in case, you know, it's a nice quality of life thing. It's not going to change up too much how you play, but it's still nice that we have that in the game. But now let's talk about the real thing that I think people want to know about, and that is Lego Overwatch. The news is taken from a Business Insider report, and to sort of quote all the stuff to do with Overwatch, the merchandising program for Overwatch is significantly expanding. Hasbro has been awarded the master toy license for the franchise, with plans for a whole range of play experiences, including the Nerf gun stuff, which we have already seen. Lego Group has plans for multiple Overwatch building sets across various price points. Further, Overwatch is just one of many Blizzard Entertainment properties featured in a recently announced exclusive apparel line from Uniqlo. I guess you'd spell it out, but this is a Japanese clothing set. So that does mean that we will be getting getting Hasbro toys for Overwatch, which again, I'm very excited for. I've just turned into like an 8-year-old boy running around Toys R Us now again. But certainly Lego stuff is really good. Now, one thing that I wanted to make clear is that no pictures have been revealed of what the Lego set could look like. However, there is this picture floating around of a Diva mech. Now, this is really cool, and of course it's made from Lego, but this isn't official. What this is a YouTuber called Nick Break that actually made this with specific parts. He went out and made this on his own. So it's certainly worth watching if you want to try and get a good idea of what this set may look like, but it goes to show how good some of the stuff can look in Lego. I think once we have more pictures and more sets to work with, we'll be sure to show you guys, may even do some unboxing and playing with it on the channel ourselves when it comes out. But that's really exciting news. It's nice to see that Overwatch and Blizzard are now merchandising some more of their stuff. I can't wait to fill my flat with all sorts of toys. Being an adult is awesome. And finally, there was news that Symmetra may be hitting the PTR. The new version of Symmetra may be hitting the PTR as soon as this week. This is what Michael Chu had to say about it at Saturday's Overwatch League game.
It's really great because, as people may know, we're working on a redesign of Symmetra's abilities, and that will be hitting the PTR very soon.
Now, when Blizzard say very soon, they usually mean very soon, usually less than a week. It of course wasn't going to come out on Tuesday, simply because they don't want people moving over to the PTR to try stuff when an event comes out. They'd rather have people suffering in competitive DM against murderers than playing on a different server entirely. So my best bet would be that it comes out on Thursday, but it could come out next week. One thing that we do know for sure, I feel, is that Symmetra will hit live when this anniversary event ends. So I'll be very, very surprised if we don't see Symmetra within the next 2 weeks. But certainly this week could be very likely. We did a video talking about how the changes may look with so many information that we have, so do check that out. It's a really fun video and it really gives you a good idea of what new Symmetra may look like. I honestly can't wait to play her. I honestly cannot wait. But that's everything that we wanted to go over. All of the stuff that happened yesterday, we wanted to do a quick wrap up of that. Don't want to keep you here too long. The Lego stuff, Symmetra, and all of these quality of life changes that you may have missed because you're too busy getting incredibly tilted in deathmatch like I was. Thanks for watching, take care, we'll see you next time.